In the next 10 minutes I will show you exactly how to find your niche without losing yourself. The best part is this works even if you are a curious person with thousands of interests. The goal here isn't to force you into one box. So in this 3-step process I will show you exactly how to turn your interests, passions into personal monopoly while still being true to yourself, which is very important. And if you stick until the end of the video, I will give you a free guide so you can apply this immediately. Everyone says niche down, and it seems that it's mantra of every business book and every successful entrepreneurs. Niching down seems like a key for success. But no one tells you how, no one tells you even why. Because if you are like me, if you're a curious person, then niching down feels like you need to cut away part of yourself or choose between what you love to do and what you are allowed to do. And that's wrong. We all think that niching down is stripping away the things, so we are left with just one thing that we can focus on. Niching down isn't about removing the things. It's more about using all the things. Think about your interests, passions, desires, experiences as raw materials that will help you to create a final product, which is your niche, or I would call it your personal monopoly. And only you in this world can create that final product, because only you has that unique perspective and unique mix of those ingredients. Instead of forcing yourself into existing niche, instead of analyzing which niche is the most profitable one, I think you need to do something completely different, and that's creating a niche. Create a niche of one. Niche of you, because no one can compete with you about being you. And as the Naval said, the internet has created 8 billion monopolies. Let me give you one example to make sense of this. I found the data on the internet that around 2 billion people exercise 3 times a week. And maybe 50 to 60,000 of them were professional soccer players. And maybe few thousand of them has jiu-jitsu blue belt. And maybe just hundreds of them are also book authors. But have you ever wondered how many of them have all of that combined? Only one. And that person is me. And the same goes for you. You are already unique with all of those interests, ingredients as I call them, with all those passions and with your curiosity. You are unique. You have everything you need to create your niche of one. You just need to know exact process. And that process is what we are going to cover in the next few minutes. We are going to do this in 3 simple steps. I want you to pause the video now and grab pen and paper or open a document on your PC and take your time here, because this might be the single most important exercise you will do for your success in next 5 years. Now, I want you to divide the paper into the left and the right side. On the left side, I want you to write down all your interests, passions, experiences. Don't judge yourself here. Write down everything you love. It doesn't matter how valuable to the market is. And that's one mistake we are often doing. We are starting to think, okay, I love this thing, but no one cares about. That's wrong. Write everything down. If you're not sure what to write here, what your interests are, then look what you're consuming daily. Look at your YouTube history, or your social media feed, or credit card transactions. For me, my own example, that will be fitness, mindset, productivity, awareness. I'm interested also in motivating and teaching others, in entrepreneurship, business. That's all what I have on the left side. And now we need to go on the step number 2. we need to identify the common theme between all those interests. And although you might think that your interests are not connected with some theme, you're probably wrong, because all we need to do is to find a theme. In my own example, that could be something like helping others to become the best version of themselves, whether through fitness, mindset, or mindfulness. If you are having a trouble finding out what's your common things among all those interests, then I have another exercise for you. I have 2 more questions that will help you clarify. The first one is, what is something you would be happy to give to the world if money, fear, or opinions didn't matter? And the second one is, what feels like play to you but looks like work to others? Write down up to 5 different answers on the right side. And pause for a moment. I want you to read them. I want you to close your eyes and feel them as well. Which one feels most natural to you? Which one feels most exciting to you? And the biggest mistake you can do here is to think about competition, to think about market, to think about what others will think. This isn't about others. This is about you. You need to find the thing that is closest to who you really are, because that's your personal monopoly. That's your niche of one. That's something that no one can compete with you. And once you find this, you will feel it. You will feel relief. And then you are done 80% of the work. But you will feel stuck still if you don't go through step number 3. And in the step number 3, we need to create a bridge. We need to create a bridge between the left side of the paper, or our interests, and the right side of the paper, or personal mastery. And that bridge is content. Because content is only way to communicate your interests into personal mastery. And content is also the only way for others to understand who we are. And I will continue here with my own example. For my example, I can create a short videos about habits and productivity. I can make a long form videos, maybe documenting my fitness journey. Or I can write a newsletter about personal mastery. The most beautiful thing about this approach is that you don't need to give up your curiosity. You don't need to give up your interests. Because now you have a common theme. You have something that is gathering all those interests around. So they are not scattered and disconnected anymore. And you can approach your personal monopoly from every different angle. And if you have a trouble finding a content for your personal monopoly, you can always use ChatGPT. All you need to do is to give it your interests and personal monopoly, and it will generate thousands of content ideas for you. This is how you win on the internet without forcing yourself into something that seems fake for you. So please drop a comment below with top 3 interests you have, and I will help you brainstorm your personal monopoly. And at the end, if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing, because I'm at the beginning of my YouTube journey and I'm becoming better with every video, bringing even more value. So now at the beginning, every subscriber, every comment, every like really helps me a lot. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.